The St. Louis Rams are the most dangerous team in the NFL that's probably not going to make the playoffs. After wins earlier this season against the Seattle Seahawks and San Francisco 49ers, the Rams got a statement win on Sunday, 22-7 against Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos. The 7 points the Broncos scored, those were the fewest amounts scored in the Peyton Manning era in Denver, revealing some major issues going on with the Broncos offense right now, particularly with their offensive line and their running game. The Rams, meanwhile, become that team that no one wants to face. They have discovered their pass rush, the one that was so absent earlier in the season, and no one's going to want to have to try to block Robert Quinn or Aaron Donald over the last half of the season.
No Carson Palmer, no problem. The Arizona Cardinals defeated the Detroit Lions 14-6 in a dominant performance with backup quarterback Drew Stanton at the helm. Arizona extended its league best record and now sits at 9-1 on the season. Stanton threw for 306 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions on the game. The Cardinals look like bona fide Super Bowl contenders after confounding a very talented Lions team that now drops to 7-3.
It's probably time to take the Kansas City Chiefs a little bit more seriously after they pulled into a tie for the AFC West lead with Sunday's 24-20 win over the Seattle Seahawks. Jamal Charles led the way with 159 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns, while the Chiefs defense got 3 fourth-down stops in the final 8 minutes. The Chiefs go to Oakland next before the November 30th showdown against the Broncos in Kansas City. Seahawks would be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in if the postseason began today. They prepare to host the Arizona Cardinals, who currently lead the NFC West.
It won't go down as the prettiest victory, but the 49ers will surely take it. San Francisco defeated the New York Giants 16-10 at MetLife Stadium to improve to 6-4. With the Seahawks dropping their game against the Kansas City Chiefs, both Seattle and the 49ers are now tied for second place in the NFC West. The 49ers and Seahawks haven't played yet this season, and the outcome of those 2 games later this year likely decides one of the wildcard spots in the NFC.
Another home game, another epic rout for the Green Bay Packers, who crushed the Philadelphia Eagles 53-20 on Sunday. They've now outscored their last 4 opponents here at Lambeau Field by 144 points in the first 3 quarters before they call off the Dogs, and they've now scored 50 points in consecutive games for the first time in franchise history. Those are good omens for January. They'll go to Minnesota next week. The Eagles will try to pick up the pieces at home against Tennessee.
As if the New England Patriots weren't scary enough with just Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski to worry about on offense, the Patriots went out and found a running game. That's exactly what happened Sunday night in a 45-20 win against the Indianapolis Colts, as Jonas Gray, a former practice squad player who only made his NFL debut last month, rushed for 199 yards and 4 touchdowns. Those 4 touchdowns were as many as all the other running backs in the league combined scored on Sunday, and it was a franchise record for the Patriots. What this means right now for the Patriots is that they are the most well-rounded team in the NFL. For the Colts, meanwhile, this was the 3rd loss against the Patriots in the Andrew Luck era. And once again, the Colts were proven to be one-dimensional against New England. And that's something that they're going to have to figure out if they want a chance to beat the Patriots should they meet again in the playoffs.